This is KO Waterfowl Productions, and today we're going to be showing you how to regrass your layout blind with all these materials here. We have some fake grass from some blinds that we took off of our blinds that we have in the marsh. So that's all the fake grass. We have some that's still on there from just random miscellaneous fields that I hunted in the past years, and we have some corn stalks here as well. We might end up having to get more debating on what we do with the pattern. This is the Goosebuster 2.0 layout blind that you can get from Rogers Sporting Goods online. I like this one because it's got more space in it. You can get a lot more. You can bring your decoys in it. There's a backpack strap on the back of it for you to carry it with. And what I like to do with it is I like to put some of my decoys in here, my shells, and my gun. That way it all stays dry when you're walking out in the morning. If you're in the rain, you're in a muddy field or whatever, it all stays nice and dry and untouched. Today we're going to be showing you how to retie and re-zip tie some new grass on your layout blind that's kind of just been put through the ringer. I mean, it's a lot of the grass is coming off of it. There's bare spots all over it. So we're going to show you how to zip tie on your layout blind in the right pattern and what you want to do with the different types of how it lays and where you want it covering, where you don't want it covering, especially with your head. And yeah. And then also with this layout blind, all the attachments for it are all these just little straps. They come down here and they come to a little bit of a seam here, and then they have all these little holes that you can put grass in there like this and you can tie it, or you can take fake grass like that and you can zip tie it on. This fake grass you can get from Rogers Sporting Goods as well. It's about 100 to 130 bucks a piece for 8 sheets. And then with the layout blind, if you're wanting to get this specific layout blind, it's about $260. I got it on sale for $180. I don't believe they're still running that sale, but they might have. They always have different sales running on that store, so I'm pretty sure if you went on there and you went to go find a layout blind, you'll be able to find one for a good price. Alright, we're headed to Ace Hardware to go pick up some zip ties and scissors to be able to complete our layout blind mess. Alright, we got our zip ties and our pliers to be able to cut the zip ties flush with the layout blind. We got our 8-inch cable ties and our pliers, so we're going to get started on, I'm thinking that we should probably start cutting up the grass first, and then we'll start attaching it. Alright, so we got our grass here. What you want to do is you want to try to find a sheet that's about that much in width, which I'd say is about 1.5 to 2 feet wide, and you just keep the length on it. Don't worry about the length. You just want to cut it enough to where you can get that 2.5 or 1.5 to 2 feet long of a sheet like that, and you'll do that as many times as you can for the sheet size that you have. This one's not as big, so it kind of got a little messed up over the years of reusing and using new grass. But we do have other sheets over there that we can use as well, and then some corn stalks. And then later in the season, once it actually comes down to hunting, then when you get in your field, you want to put some green on top of your layout blind just to blend it in. Alright, now that you have all your sheets cut and your sizes that you need, you can start attaching them to the sides. I like to start from the top and work my way down. And then we also left one sheet a little wider for the bottom part here, that way you don't have to mess with trying to piece together different pieces. It gets kind of annoying, that I've learned. But yes, we'll start from the top up here. Just try to lay it over your head a little bit, and then later we'll go back in and create a little bit of an opening for your head to be able to walk out and see the birds up in the sky. before you actually pop out. Alright, so you get your grass up here like this. You'll try to spread it out as much as you can. You'll spread it out as you go along, but try to spread it out when you first start so it's easier for you to lay it down and zip tie it up. So you'll grab your zip ties. You'll just take 2 for now. You'll start on this side. Either side works, but I like to start on the right side and work my way to the left. And you'll get the zip tie. There's little knots in here that create a little bit of a circle. So you want to go through each circle and find your connection point on the layout blind itself. You'll string it through that, come back through up top, and cinch down the zip tie. And there you go, that's stuck on there. And you'll do it all the way down. Alright, once you got the back all zip tied on, you'll take the pliers and you'll try to snip off as close as you can to that little tab there that locks it in place. That way, it's not just a bunch of black tabs sticking all over the place for the geese to see. We did a lot of zip ties all around here just to make sure that if you're hunting in the wind or if you're driving to your hunting spot, this won't just be flying everywhere and fly off your layout blind. Alright, you'll take your next piece of grass, you'll just lay it right over the top like this. Try to find a good spot that you want to start at. I like to start right from the corner there. And just like I said, just lay it over the top for now. Later we'll clean up the top. You'll lay it right here. You'll find your zip tie down points and you'll zip it right up to the side and get that all squared away there. We're going to get all the side done on this side and then flip to the other side, then we'll show you once it's all done. Alright, we got it grassed on the top and the sides as well as the back so far. We just have to snip off these little clips on the ends here on this side and then we can start working on the bottom. But as you can see, we tried to attach it as much as we could so it really stays on there nice. It's not going to flap around as much. We won't lose a bunch of grass when we're traveling. Unless you were to have a tonneau cover, you wouldn't really have to deal with this much zip tying. So, however, we don't have one, so we had to do a little more zip ties, and now we will be working on the bottom here. With the bottom, you'll take your bigger piece. I left this one a little wider to be able to cover the entire thing. So go down here. What you want to do is you want to pull up a little bit of this on each side and be able to underlap inside of there so it doesn't look like a seam. So that's what we're going to start doing. I'm going to give you an update when it's done. Alright, now that you have all your ends snipped off of all your zip ties, what I'm going to do is, since there's so much overlapping on this end, I'm going to just cut a nice, probably keep it out about an inch or 2 out of the end of the layout blind here. You come around. So I'll probably snip it about here and just do a little circle so it looks natural enough. Just so we don't have as much overlap, and that way when you're carrying it out to the field, you're not tripping on it like I did last year. I think I tripped a couple times and landed face first in the mud. It's not fun to do, so we're gonna do a little different this year. Alright, now I got it all cut. It looks a little crappy, but like I said earlier, once you get out to the field, you'll lay some greenery on it and make it a little bit more natural. Alright, so with the top here, you want to be able to see out where your head is laying, and your head usually comes up right about here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little bit into this one, make a little bit of a U shape here, and also with this back side. As you can see, it would just completely cover you. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and cut it off just flush with this. That way, most of the time when you're in a field, you always have stuff to your back. You won't really see these corners as much, especially if you put more from the field into your layout blind just to make it more natural. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to cut that and make a U out of there, and then at the end of the video, I'll show you with me laying inside of there what it would look like from the inside and then the outside point of view.
Talking.
Alright, as you can see, you cannot see me as well, and I can see out my eye hole here. We got it fully covered. There's a little bit of a gap here where I can look out and I can see which way the geese are coming from, or the ducks. There's enough room here to call, and so this is what it looks like from the outside point of view. Here, now that we're inside of here, you can see what I'm looking at. This is the gap that I have that I'm looking through. You can't see a whole lot, but there's enough to where you can see out, you can see forward a little bit, and you can see straight up. A lot of times when you're watching geese, they're looking for anything that moves or anything that they don't feel safe about. So with you having a minimal peephole, it's not all that bad. In the end, it will help you land the geese when they end up coming in. Alright, this is what it will look like when you're ready to shoot. You're just going to smack both sides. You'll have a gun in one hand, you'll pull up. Alright, well, that concludes our video on the Goosebuster 2.0 of regrassing it all in. We would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and tune in for more videos.